Welcome, my beautiful YouTube family. Thank you for being here. Welcome back. If you're new here and you would like to be notified when I go live or with recent updates, new posts, whatever, etc., be sure and subscribe to the channel. Then you'll be the first to be notified. If we're just going to tap into the cards here, tap into the energy, see what we can know, see what messages I can share with the collective tuned in here. So let's give it a moment. Give it a few minutes for some friends to hop on. With that, if you're hoping to receive a message that fits for your life, makes sense for your scenario, maybe you have a specific question, something you're wanting to know about, there's a few ways you could go about that. You could make that intention known energetically. You could say it out loud to yourself. You could drop a comment below. Sharing the video, liking the video, dropping a comment, all ways to contribute your energy, to join this wave, to give your energetic consent for me to tap into your energy, if you will. So yeah, let's just tap in. I just recorded, I just saw 111 here, almost a 40-minute message for the Patreon community for members only, and the most beautiful messages were coming through in there. We tapped into all sorts of decks, all 3 tarot decks, and yeah, just beautiful messages. Couldn't even pull a negative card if we tried. Lots of kings and queens. So yeah, lots of pentacles energy, things being made manifest in the physical here because we've been doing all of this inner work, the work we've been doing in the dark beginning to come to light, I'm hearing. And also just a reminder here, I just saw 144, that you are enough. No matter where you are, no matter what situation you are in, no matter what you are doing in this moment. It can be real easy with everything that's playing out in the physical, with these fast moving energies. It can be, information overload. It can be easy to feel overwhelmed, that we can't keep up, that the things we do, that it's just never enough. So remind yourself, you are enough. Do what you need to do to get grounded, to return to your body, because if we are acting and creating and being from this space of urgency, we will feel like whatever we do isn't enough. So it seems counterintuitive or whatever, but if you're feeling behind, feeling like you can't get ahead of your to-do list, slow it down. Remove a couple items from your list, maybe that aren't priority right now, and understand that in slowing down, we actually speed up. We want to counteract those energies of urgency, so we do so by slowing down our breath, returning to the body, understanding, victory here, 6 of Wands, understanding, again, to slow it down, to return to our center, to return to our sacred center, so we can be sure we are responding versus reacting. This is how we speed up, if you will, how we actually move forward from a place of integrity and alignment. So let's get more on that 6 of Wands. The victory, creation energy. We had Neptune moved into Aries on Monday here, starting a new 15-year cycle. So think of warrior of love, warrior of authentic love, because Aries is the warrior fire sign, and also, but Neptune is like higher heart, spiritual wisdom, higher love, if you will. So yeah, warrior for love, moving forward here, justice and King of Wands. So yeah, this, to return to our center, to slow it down, allows us to, balance things out within, and balancing things out within allows for our creations and all things in the physical to balance as well. To balancing things within, taking that time to slow it down, allows us to remember who we are, to tap into our power, our divinity, to remember we aren't in this thing alone. And this is true victory, is fulfillment in each and every moment, right? Like not waiting for some end goal, some physical material thing to provide the fulfillment. This is coming from a space of inner union and fulfillment, dropping that urgency because we remind ourselves we are enough. We slow it down when we feel called to speed up. The Lovers here. Yeah, absolutely. 6s were coming through on repeat in Patreon as well. This, these reunions, restoration, reciprocity. We've healed the childhood wounds here. And I just saw 441 as well, and 444. So those numbers might be significant for you. Signs, synchronicities, numbers may be following you around. Your communion and connection with the divine may be amplified, more prominent, more prevalent. And know that as you notice those signs, acknowledge them, appreciate them, for what we appreciate tends to expand, we'll get more of it. Whereas, think of like when you've given someone a gift or something before, you're more likely to give again if it was appreciated and received well, versus like, just whatever. When they aren't appreciative, we're less likely to. Same with the universe, right? What more can we know on this victory, balance, inner union, self-sovereignty, self-mastery? Yeah, you do not have to go it alone. Reach out for support. And when we, counteract that sense of urgency, that sense of we're not enough, by going within, by slowing it down, by tapping into our divine connection, returning to our center, this is when we are reminded we are supported. We have helpers, hands, feet, helpers in the unseen and seen realms. And when we're living from this space of inner balance, we can draw and attract those, hello, welcome, that are a match energetically, right? Thank you for being here. If you're just tuning in, you could say hello. You could let us know where you're tuning in from. You could share with us how you're feeling in these energies. Maybe you have something hopeful, insightful to share with another. We were speaking about how joyfulness is defiance in these times. Like, hello, welcome. Thanks so much for the love. It can be real easy to feel like, who am I to be happy? You almost feel guilty for feeling joyful or feeling happy when so many others are suffering. But remind yourself, your joy is medicine for us all, right? Like if we were to lower ourselves to get down to lift them up, it's not possible. We would be just that, down on the lower level with the other. So what we do is we hold the frequency, we hold our line, we hold our vibration to be an example of, what is possible. Because what is possible for one is possible for all. Hello, welcome. Thanks so much for the love, friend. Thank you for being here. Just saw 717. Yeah, be still. Cultivate a space of stillness and silence to just be. That's how we return to our center, right? To, balance our internal masculine and feminine energies, to release that urgency. This is that inner union, becoming manifest in the physical here. So continue to return to your center, slow down to speed up, I feel like is the theme of this message here. Let's get one spirit animal message for us. Any last words? And then I'll get us an affirmation. But know that the higher energies, the energies of joy, negate the other energies. And each of us that is living from these higher energies make it possible for others to rise up as well, because we're all connected. And that's not just some quote. At the highest level, that's the deepest truth. We're all aspects of the same source. Let it shine, Peacock Spirit says. Yes, I love that. Beautiful. Let it shine. Give me 1 second here. All right. And if you are just tuning in, you could say hello. If you're interested in some personal guidance, if you would like a personal reading, if you would like to work with me one-on-one, if you would like to start your wellness journey, if you would like access to the Inside Out Living Guide that I created, just reach out, drop a comment, and I will respond, reply, I'll be in touch. What's one affirmation I can leave for the beautiful collective here tuned in? I am calm and safe in the midst of chaos. I mean, I couldn't have chose a more perfect affirmation for this message if I had picked it myself out of these. How many cards are in here? I don't know, there's like 55 or something. So this is the deck I got that from. The law of positivism, but yeah. We can be calm, we can be positive, and our joy is the medicine for the chaos of these times. So trust that. And I'm sending so much love. And as I was saying, if this message resonates for you and you would like to see longer, further messages from me, you could join the Patreon community. Link for that will be in the pinned comments below, as well as the description box. And know that when you join, you get access to my most recent message, plus all of my previous content, and I've been sharing in there for years. So until next time, I will see you all soon. Wishing you a beautiful remainder of the week, weekend, all of the things.